In the wide and wonderful world of birds, there are some creatures that truly stand out from the crowd. One such bird is the Muscovy duck. It is not like the common ducks you might see paddling in a park pond. This duck is a character, full of quirks and unusual features that make it quite fascinating to observe. They are large, sturdy birds with a history as rich and colorful as their plumage. Many people are surprised when they first see one, often wondering if it is a duck at all, or perhaps some sort of goose or even a turkey hybrid. But it is indeed a duck, one of the oldest domesticated fowl in the world. Their story begins not in the farmyards of Europe, but deep within the lush tropical climates of the Americas. For centuries, these birds have lived alongside people, yet they have managed to keep a little bit of their wild spirit. They are survivors, adaptable and resourceful, which has allowed them to thrive in new environments far from their ancestral home. Learning about the Muscovy duck is like opening a door to a different part of the natural world, a world where ducks don't always quack and where their appearance can be truly breathtaking and at times a little bit strange. It's a journey worth taking to understand this remarkable bird. What makes them so interesting, you might ask? Well, it is a combination of many things. It is their look, their sound, and their behavior. Unlike their noisy relatives, Muscovy ducks are remarkably quiet, communicating with soft hisses and gentle trills rather than loud, insistent quacks. This gentle nature makes them peaceful companions in a flock. They are also brilliant mothers, fiercely protective of their ducklings and wonderfully attentive. Their unique biology and social habits set them apart, offering us a glimpse into the incredible diversity that exists even within a single family of birds. They are a testament to nature's creativity. So let us delve into the world of this peculiar quacker. We will explore what makes a Muscovy look the way it does, with its bumpy red face and varied feather patterns. We will travel back in time to discover its origins in the dense forests of Mexico and South America. We will see how these birds have journeyed across the globe to live on farms and in parks, becoming a familiar sight in many countries. By the end, you will have a newfound appreciation for this often misunderstood but utterly charming member of the waterfowl family. The Muscovy duck is more than just a bird. It is a living piece of natural history. The first thing you will likely notice about a Muscovy duck is its face. It is quite unlike any other duck. The males, known as drakes, develop bright red, bumpy patches of skin around their eyes and on their beaks. This fleshy growth is called a carbuncle, and it becomes larger and more vibrant as the duck gets older, especially during the breeding season. It might look a bit alarming to some, but it is a perfectly natural and healthy feature. The females, or hens, have much smaller and less pronounced caruncles, giving them a gentler and less imposing look. This striking facial feature is the Muscovy's most famous characteristic. Their size is also quite impressive. Muscovy drakes are substantially larger than the females, sometimes weighing twice as much. A fully grown male can be a very large bird indeed, approaching the size of a small goose, with a long body and a broad chest. The females are more medium-sized, closer to what you might expect from a large duck. This significant difference in size between the sexes is quite pronounced. Their bodies are built for power rather than elegance, giving them a solid and robust appearance whether they are on land or waddling towards the water's edge for a gentle swim. When it comes to color, Muscovy ducks show a wonderful variety. The original wild birds are mostly a glossy blackish color, with beautiful iridescent green and purple feathers that shimmer in the sunlight. They also have distinct, large white patches on their wings, which are often hidden when the bird is at rest, but flash brilliantly when it takes flight. Through centuries of domestication, however, people have bred Muscovies in many different colors. You can now find them in pure white, chocolate brown, pale lilac, blue, and a lovely pied pattern, which is a mix of white and any other color. Beyond their face and feathers, Muscovy ducks have other special features. They possess strong, sharp claws on their webbed feet, which is rather unusual for a duck. These claws are a clue to their natural habitat. They help the ducks to perch securely on tree branches, something most other ducks cannot do. This tree roosting behavior is a fascinating link to their wild ancestors. Their tails are also different, being wide and flat rather than pointed. When they are excited or alarmed, they often wag their tails from side to side, much like a happy dog, adding to their quirky and endearing character. The story of the Muscovy duck begins in the warm, humid regions of the Americas. Their natural homelands stretch from Mexico down through Central and South America. In the wild, These birds are not found near chilly ponds but in forested areas, particularly along wooded rivers and swamps. They are true forest dwellers, perfectly at home amongst the trees. This is where their unique claws come in handy, allowing them to grip branches and roost high above the ground at night, safe from predators that roam the forest floor. They are a fundamental part of the rich biodiversity of these tropical ecosystems. Long before Europeans arrived in the Americas, the indigenous peoples had already discovered the value of the Muscovy duck. They were one of the very few animals domesticated in the region, kept for their nutritious eggs and rich, flavorful meat. This relationship between humans and Muscovies is ancient. When Spanish and Portuguese explorers came to the New World, they were impressed by this large placid bird. They soon began transporting them back to Europe, introducing them to a whole new continent. The ducks adapted remarkably well to different climates and quickly became a popular type of poultry. Today, Muscovy ducks can be found all over the world. They are raised on farms and small holdings from Australia to France and beyond. Their hardiness and self-sufficiency make them an excellent choice for people who want to raise their own poultry. They are fantastic foragers, happily eating insects, slugs, and weeds, which helps to control pests in gardens and on farms. Feral populations have also established themselves in many places, particularly in warmer climates like Florida, where escaped domestic birds have thrived in the wild, creating new communities in urban parks and waterways. The name Muscovy is a little bit of a puzzle. It seems to suggest a connection to Moscow, but these ducks have no historical ties to Russia. One popular theory is that the name came from the Muscovy Company, a 16th century English trading company that may have transported the ducks from the Americas to England and France. Whatever the true origin of their name, it has stuck with them through the centuries. From a wild bird of the Amazonian rainforest to a familiar face in farmyards globally, the Muscovy duck has had an extraordinary journey across continents and cultures. One of the most surprising things about the Muscovy duck is its voice, or rather its lack of one. If you are expecting the loud, familiar quack 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 of a mallard, you will be waiting a very long time. Muscovy ducks are remarkably quiet creatures. The males communicate using a low, breathy hiss, almost like a quiet whisper. The females make soft melodic sounds, a gentle trill or a coo, especially when they are calling to their ducklings. This quiet nature is one of their most defining and beloved traits, making them very peaceful animals to have around, as they will not disturb the neighbors with noisy calls. Their behavior is just as unique as their sounds. Muscovy drakes have a distinctive way of showing off. During courtship or when displaying dominance, a male will puff up his chest, raise the crest of feathers on his head, and begin to wag his tail from side to side with great enthusiasm. He will often hiss and bob his head up and down in a rhythmic dance. It is a captivating performance to witness. They are generally calm birds, but drakes can be protective of their territory and their females, sometimes getting into scuffles with other males by pushing and shoving with their strong bodies. As mothers, Muscovy hens are second to none in the poultry world. They are incredibly dedicated and will sit patiently on a large clutch of eggs for over a month, much longer than other ducks. The incubation period for a Muscovy egg is 35 days, a full week longer than for most duck species. Once the ducklings hatch, the mother is fiercely protective, guiding them to food and water and defending them bravely against any perceived threat. She will keep her brood close, sheltering them under her wings at night to keep them warm and safe from harm. People keep Muscovy ducks for many reasons. Their meat is highly prized, as it is much leaner than that of other domestic ducks and is often compared to high-quality veal or beef in flavor and texture. Their large eggs are also delicious and are excellent for baking. Beyond the farm, many people keep them simply as pets. Their calm temperament, amusing antics, and quiet nature make them wonderful companions. They are intelligent birds that can learn to recognize their owners and will often come when called, especially if there is a tasty treat on offer, cementing their place as one of nature's most quirky and cherished quackers.